let me talk about what I want to talk about this week. And it's something that, we've all seen with everything going on online and offline, the Black Lives Matter movement with the demonstrations and everything. I want to tie this back to marketing and what companies are doing. And I want to have a discussion about that. So I want to first go through some basically level the field and, bring everybody up to speed, some of the things that are happening. Uber and Facebook have posted public notes to express support for the Black Lives Matter movement, as so many other companies have done. But Dr. Berg refuses Facebook to better regulate hate speech and racism. So what is it? Amazon and Twitter have posted on their platforms with banners, changed their profile pictures in support of Black Lives Matter. But when you look at their management, for example, there's no significant representation of Black people anywhere in management there. Mm-hmm. Google puts a statement out on support of Black Lives Matter. Google's workforce is 54.4% white and 3.3% Black. Wow. So what is it? How much do you really support? The NFL, as we all saw, the CEO, Roger Goodell, announced that it was a mistake how Kaepernick was treated wrong. But for years, he touted, in the tones of the president, why he was able to fly in his wings, meaning it was better to basically, fly in the wings of President Trump. Now it's better to, side with Black Lives Matter and say it was wrong. So the common theme of all of this is, how much does this really matter? How much does this really support a brand, help a brand, or how much of that actually is really damaging a brand or hurting a brand because it's just not genuine? Because at the end of the day, you have to live those things and you have to show true, marketing today is not what it used to be. And I think especially the younger generation holds brands more accountable towards their behavior, which is great. It's probably due to the power of online. And so I was thinking, what should an NFL have done, in this? So rather than saying, it was a mistake, in my opinion, what he should have done, it would have been much more powerful and genuine if he would have maybe resigned and said, that was on me, I made a mistake. Or if he doesn't resign, at least behind the scenes, maybe make a real effort to try to get Kaepernick back, and a few others too. It was not just him; he was just the most visible one. Work behind the scenes, not seen to everybody, and then once you have something to show that you've done, then you talk about what you've done if you really want to get the marketing benefit from it. So, in my opinion, in general, I would say from a marketing perspective, if you're a brand, a company today, and you're thinking about how you want to deal with all of that, I think you shouldn't take a shortcut. A more sustainable approach is something I would advise our clients. So I'm advising our clients. Mm-hmm. And we, if you want to support social movements, show that you really mean it and live it. Right. Have community support in place. Mm-hmm. Show it in your hiring. That in your hiring policy and in your ratio. And I know it's not always easy to do that. We ourselves struggle with that, and we talk about it constantly. Have conscious content that you're creating, meaning be very conscious of how you communicate. So I was thinking, how can you really prove, that you're serious about it? Because at the end of the day, it's all about making sure that you're authentic, it's genuine, and because if we can show that, then it's at best a straw fire. It makes poof and it's gone. But more likely in today's world, I think people are starting to see through the curtain and say, that is not genuine. That's not a brand I want to associate with. Mm-hmm. Now I was thinking, okay, how do you actually show that you're authentic as a company? And how do you show evidence? And I thought it's in the money. You know, what's the evidence? What better evidence is there? Show that you have some financial stake in what you're actually claiming and what you want to do and what you're saying you're doing. And then talk about it. You can talk about it. I think there's nothing wrong when you've done something great as a company that you go out and brag about it, what you have done. Mm-hmm. I think it's a big mistake for brands to go out right now, as we see from so many CEOs, to go out and say and tout what they will do. That to me is not good. That is just a marketing gig, a PR gig. Mm-hmm. That is really, I think, not perceived very well. Like, I actually want to take credit for that. I want to take actually advantage of that. I'll give you an example. We as a company, when we started 20 years ago, it was very strong, very important for Chris and myself, who started the company. We believed that everybody should have healthcare. So we were a company with one employee, and that one employee had healthcare from his first day, and it was 100% paid by our company then, and we didn't have a lot of money then. It's just we made it part of our expense and it's part of our DNA that our employees have healthcare. That's just how it is. So it's a matter of, we never talked about, you know, I don't have a problem. I'm proud of that fact, and after 20 years being in business, I think, you know, if companies do that, you can go out and brag about those things, but don't brag about things you will do, especially in times right now. You know, just one, and I'll wrap it up with that. You know, you see, for example, all the brands that are struggling right now with the images. You know, and Jemima, you know, what with the packaging, what they're doing there. You know, a lot of them, you know, announcing that they're making changes to the products, but, you know, they don't know yet what they will do. You know, in my opinion, again, make the changes and just go with it. You know, don't try to make it, you know, you have done the wrong thing for too long. Now don't try to make it a big deal that now you're changing it. You know, it should have been changed in the past. Right. Just make the change and move on. So I want to bring this up and want to make this a topic because it's really getting under my skin how a lot of the brands and companies are trying to take credit for something. There's no credits to take. You do what you have to do. Good, it's good, but don't take credit for it because it should have been done a long time ago. So.
And Thomas, I want to talk a little bit about that. So I think so many companies right now with the images, with Aunt Jemima, with Uncle Ben, with Mrs. Butterworth, the Eskimo Pie, those are all 4 brands that have stepped up and said, we're one, either going to discontinue, 2, we're going to change our image, or 3, we're redoing all of our packaging. I feel like what they're doing is they're reacting. They're reacting suddenly. It's put in their face. They don't like what they see, even though they should have seen that years ago. But now they're reacting. What they should be doing is responding. But my personal opinion, let's say Mrs. Butterworth is a well-known name. I won't lie. I have always bought that brand. My grandma always bought that brand. So to me, like growing up, that was like, no offense, like a family brand. What they should be doing is on the back of their packaging, maybe keeping the image the same, saying we don't, or the reason why we use the symbol is to tell her story, to say that this was a woman that went through things that she shouldn't go through. And then in turn, a percentage of profit goes to build brand awareness that this was not okay, that we are honoring her for what the sacrifices she made or what she had, the struggles in life, and then turn it around and respond with doing something, not just saying, okay, we're taking it away. Don't do that. Make something of her. Make her sacrifices worthwhile. Make that everything
Now,
was,
exactly right, because you bring it back to the money too, because now you show commitment by actually taking money and actually not for yourself. It's all driven right now by fear of losing money instead of addressing the issue and committing some money for the better cause. Your point is exactly in the same direction. I can completely agree with you.
Yeah, I think a big part of it is not just what you're doing in the immediate, time, but what is your plan long term? What is the longevity of the impact that you're going to have with these changes? And my example that I always think back on is Ben and Jerry's ice cream, because I know what they're posting right now is true to who they are and what they believe in, because 2 years ago, before any of this really started, was I went to their factory tour, and I was in Vermont, and I took a tour, and there was posters and the videos and everything was all about what they're posting today. They were true to their word from the very beginning. And I think, like, so now I know that it's genuine. I know that it's true to what they really believe in. And that's why I support Ben and Jerry's. And that's why I would always choose Ben and Jerry's over other ice cream other than their flavors. But, and I think that that is something that other companies have to start looking at, is what do they want to do long term? How much, like, not only how much do they financially want to commit to it, but 3 years from now, are they going to have the same message that they do today?
Right. Exactly.
I couldn't agree more. Very well said. So that's a good wrap up for this topic. So, but I think we'll watch this more, and I think I want to come back to this, and as we see more stuff on that.